What?
Emotional.
Is that Nico?
Hello, Clancy.
What is going on? Good evening, good evening. It's a late one. It's a late one for me, I can't lie. 20 minutes to midnight here in the UK. How are you doing, everybody? 20 minutes until the brand new 21 Pilots comes out. Sadly, I didn't get the chance to buy some red tape and put it on the folders of my jacket. 21 Pilots are already like second on my most listened to. I don't think they're going to overtake Billy. I've listened to 140 times in the last 7 days. Rivi says I listened to 21 Pilots discography twice this week. I was listening to Blurry Face on Tuesday. Yeah, we did Blurry Face on Tuesday, and I thought that was decent. I mean, Trench for me is still like on first listen one of the best albums I've ever heard. So I'm just excited because I think Overcompensate is one of the best tracks of the year by a mile. And actually, I was kind of lukewarm on Next Semester and Backslide when they came out, but they've really grown on me. Oh my god, by the way, chat, here we go. It is now 9 minutes till Clancy drops. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to hit play now. I'm going to hit play now on Overcompensate. Because Spotify lets you tick over at midnight, right? So by the time midnight hits, it will be Midwest Indigo. But the first 3 songs on this album are out, so here you go. This is my first reaction to 21 Pilots Clancy. I've heard the first 3 songs, but you know, we're doing the whole thing all the way through. Buckle in, boys and girls. Let me know what you think. Navy, I'm glad you like the Sovereigns EP. Great band. This is the best song of the year so far. It's called Overcompensate.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Welcome back to where?
Welcome back to Trash.
Just the production from these guys, everything they've learned, everything they've built up from Trench, Blurry Face, Golden Icy. It's such an accomplished song, it's such a genius song, and even as an outsider finding about more of the lore, such a creative album. This is just so good, man. Yeah, look at them all. On repeat, man. Snapback. 21 Pilots. 177 plays for Ruhibi. There's still 9 tracks that we haven't heard, and I'm super excited. My mum says album of the year, and it's not Outlaw. I love that your mum's a 21 Pilots fan. I don't think my mum's heard of it. Vignette, Navigating, and Midwest Indigo are your favourites. Well, that's exciting because Midwest Indigo is the first new song I'm going to hear. Honestly, like, I can't, like, amp up this track more. I think I'm kind of used to it by now, but obviously we use Last.fm to keep track of what we've been listening to. How many times have I listened to this song? 44 times. 44 times I've listened to Overcompensate. So, you know, I think I love Billie Eilish's new album. Billie Eilish's new album is my album of the year, but I think this is my song of the year so far. Even it's tied with Burn Alive by The Last Dinner Party. Well then, track 2, we're taking it back to pop punk. This is Next Semester. 21 Pilots, Clancy listening party, but still, we're still in familiar territory. 5 minutes 30 seconds till Clancy is out in the UK. Clancy album of the decade, says Rahivi. You need time to mull on it, yeah? I love that kind of switch in tone because it suddenly feels quite mournful and yearning, which matches the lyrics. I love the music video for this song. It's like a bunch of hardcore 21 Pilots fans going crazy. It's already such a competitive year for new albums, and I think this is a big moment because this is potentially the battle for top spot. At the moment, my top albums of the year, it's like Billie Eilish #1. Number 2 is The Last Dinner Party Prelude to Ecstasy. Number 3 is Vampire Weekend, Only God Was Above Us. Number 4 is Dua Lipa, Radical Optimism, I think. But yeah, no, English teacher, this could be Texas is 4, and then Dua Lipa, Radical Optimism's 5. Both sick, oh. It do be like that sometimes.
It's a taste test
of what I hate less.
I don't wanna be here.
Such beautiful harmonizing it. The more I find out about 21 Pilots, the more I really want to root for them as well, because it seems like they really had to hustle before they blew up as a band. I remember hearing an anecdote about Tyler Joseph's mum, like, handing tickets outside a university campus for their gigs in the early days. Imagine how proud you'd be if you're Tyler Joseph's mum now, after supporting them that early. Guys, it's 1 minute 51 seconds until Clancy officially comes out and all these tracks are unlocked. We've got one more that we've already heard. I haven't actually listened to the Craving yet, so it's going to be a brand new reaction from me. But this is Backslide.
Rap race, place to place, adding weight.
Tendencies on repeat.
30 seconds till Clancy is fully with us, chat. Once again, I'm very grateful that you've chosen to be with me for this moment. I love being able to experience music that I love alongside you guys live. I think Twitch is so special for that. Let's lock ourselves in. It's going to be a beautiful one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is, it's refreshed and we go straight into Midwest Indigo. Brand new territory. This is my first time reaction to all of these tracks. Midwest Indigo sounding beautiful already. How lore heavy is this going to be? How conceptual? Oh my god, what does this remind me of? Like proper 80s synths. Hello YouTube. Okay. Alright, this is a bit of an upbeat poppy anthem. Is this Midwest emo? Is that why it's called Midwest Indigo? Wow, that's giving me dashes of We Are Young by Fun on the vocals. The big thing I'm going to try my best to listen out for is to see how much of a concept album this is, because Overcompensate is very like trench lore heavy, and it'll be interesting to see whether this album feels like it maintains that level of immersion or whether it's a little more flexible with it. Spoilers, it sounds like 21 Pilots. You've ruined the album for me. I was hoping it would sound like Slipknot, as Josh done on drums. There you go, Midwest Indigo. I like that song a lot on first listen. This is Routines in the Night. It's going to be hard for me to judge compared to Trench, because the thing about Trench is I heard all the tracks back to back at the first time, and I was just like sitting here with my mouth open because it was like 5 singles to open the album. And I think with Clancy, Overcompensate probably packs that punch. Overcompensate Next Semester and then Backslide probably do pack that punch, but I've listened to them in a staggered way. Vignette is like if Jesus Christ produces a song. Well, that's up next, so you've hyped it up for me now. That's Routines in the Night, and this is Vignette, right. Hello. Strings, very nice. Okay. I think this one might take 2. I think the thing is, I'm such a big Billie Eilish fan. On first listen with Hit Me Hard and Soft, I was very able to click with it straight away. I'm still getting to grips with 21 Pilots, so I really like this. Eagle, freedom! Man. Right. This is a fucking banger on our hands, chat.
Not sure when it started. Peeling from his bones, piece it back together.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Long enough for heat. To miss the greener grasses and hope that you would agree. Fresh off a binger in the woods. Flesh covered in bites.
It's a tribute to Zombies, of which I've become. Yeah, this is very trench heavy. Tyler's voice sounds almost like a female singer's there. Such good falsetto. I just love with 21 Pilots. It feels like a collage of so many different sounds and influences. There's like hip hop, pop, rock, all in the mix. Different corners of it. It feels like Alt J. It feels like Imagine Dragons. At times it feels like Eminem. Like all of this going in the mix. And it's a beautiful balance pulled off with some of the best production you're going to hear in music ever. Arpeggio. And now we have the Craving. I've not listened to the single version. This is Jenna's version though, right? Yeah, I'll listen to the single version after the album.
Say enough, did I let it know if I...
So I wasn't sure with this album. I thought maybe it would literally like tell the story of Clancy in Trench trying to escape or something, and I thought it could be a very strong narrative concept album like The Antlers Hospice. Maybe that story is there in the album. At least it doesn't seem to be there at surface level in a kind of chronological order. Yeah, this is like the song 26 on Paramore's album After Laughter. The kind of slower, lighter out one. It's very pretty. I like it. I think it is Tyler's voice that's kind of so evocative and like emotional that really elevates a lot of these tracks.
Welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of Lavish.
What a start to Lavish. Soaring, synth backing. I can safely say 8 tracks in. This is on my top 5 albums list of the year. I think it's now going to be a case of whether it's, you know, at the moment, I think it's done enough to get up to number 3 behind The Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy and Billy. It might take me a couple listens, but we'll see how it ends. It's such a rich and textured album in terms of production, and there's so much going on. Each track has something interesting and different there. Oh, that's beautiful strings there.
Got that penny loafer squeak, cross linoleum, big flex, complex Napoleon. I say whatever and whatever that I want, sip a Capri Sun like it's Don Perignon. I'm talking tough happily with someone in front of me. Room on the payroll, everyone can live comfortably. I'm coming in hot, hot shot hypocrisy. NDAs for the folks that talk to me. So tell your friends on your shoulder why you're bottomless.
I stand by. It's Hamilton-esque at times. Like, I've thought that I see a parallel between Lin-Manuel Miranda's rapping style and Tyler Joseph in places a lot, and with the whole narrative of it as well, I think this album could be compared to Hamilton. I don't think I've heard a song like this before ever. This is really impressive. There's so much going on. Yeah. And here's Navigating. Rihavi's speaking this one up. This album comes at you a million miles an hour. Okay. Fans are going to be chanting that one live. It's the first time I've listened to this song. I can already chant it. This might be better than Trench. It might be better than Trench. I think it's better than Trench. I think Trench's intro packs a bigger punch, the opening 5 tracks, but Clancy keeps it up for longer. I love the tempo of this. I love the tempo of this song. Rihavi says, Snapback is Backslide Part 2. This is beautiful and pretty. The production at the start of each song, especially instrumentally, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, bro, yeah, Silver Fillet. Vignette blew us away. It feels like Overcompensate too. I think what's notable on first listen is there haven't been any dead tracks so far. There haven't been any skips. And there have been a lot of tracks where on first listen they seem really good, and I think they'll grow into great tracks for me. It's like, I don't think you can really listen to a song first time and go, oh my god, that's my favourite song. It takes time, but there's a lot on here that I'm going to really latch onto. I mean, I was hyping this album up to be one of the best of the year, and it hasn't disappointed. So just that by itself, I think is such a big clutch for the band, who just seem like they're really in the prime of their career right now, and you know they're already a massive band. I think this is going to take them to that extra next level. Snapback Gorillaz vibes? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I know Gorillaz quite well. Oh, this is different. Oldie Station out of nowhere. What's that like percussion in the background? This album is like the best parts of Scaled and Icy mixed with Trench and a bit of Blurryface. I've only heard Trench and Blurryface. And then the electronic synths kick in. That is a bit of a Gorillaz sounding production, maybe. This is At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. Is this the second last track? Mate, it's flown by. How is this a 47-minute album? I guess it feels like the start of the album wasn't like the album because we heard it already. That's like a circus synth in the background. So much fun. This does feel a bit Gorillaz as well. This feels quite Plastic Beach to me. And that creeping raindrop. All I can see about Paladin is that it's a 6-minute 28 song, so I'm expecting like a Muse Citizen Erased. That's basically a double ending to the album song. There you go, at the risk of feeling dumb, which brings us up to the final track, Paladin Straight. I want to really like focus on this. It's a 6-minute 30 epic. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, this is beautiful.
I can't be alone. Guess I never told you so.
Is the Paladin Straight a fictional river or like estuary in Trench? There you are. I thought so. I think the world building is the best part of this album, and Tyler Joseph has been very transparent, saying he wrote out all the stories for Trench before writing the songs, so that's why it works so well. This might be the best 21 Pilots song ever, and the reason I say that is because I feel like this is an epic long song. Have they done a song that's over 5 minutes before? This is incredible. Yeah, this is their longest song ever. Bandito was their previous longest song, so I think this might be the best 21 Pilots song ever. It just feels like a kind of culmination of everything. I think when you listen to this song, it feels like you're kind of staring across the shoreline of a vast ocean. That's very much something intentionally Tyler wants to do. What happens now? Still like 2 minutes to go. I'm a sucker for birdsong in music. I think it's so calming. It's so beautiful. If it's just this for the next 1 minute 40, I'll be like, come on, Tyler. These special trench birds. It's just gonna be birdsong. Oh, it's not. Hidden track, secret hidden track.
On the ground are banditos, fighting while I find Nico, even though
Literally, let's.
I'm past the point of no return.
What?
So few. So proud. So emotional.
Is that Nico?
Hello, Clancy.
Blurry face. Did he get caught? Did he just get caught? Oh, what? The music video of the song is the final battle. How would you even know? How would you know it's not out yet? I thought it was just gonna go out with Birdsong, and I was gonna like throw hands a little bit if that happened. Well, okay, I know you're a fan of the band, but where did you? As he said in an interview, then it's the final battle is the music video. All right, we're listening to that again, the new tracks with lyrics. I want to gather my thoughts here. This is either my third or second favorite album of the year. This album on first listen, I thought Clancy was going to be one of the best albums of the year, and it is. on first listen, it doesn't disappoint at all. I heard Overcompensate, and it's like one of my tracks of the year by miles, and it's just so brilliant. It's so well envisioned, so well executed. There's so many interesting components of each song. It's the most beautifully layered texture production. Tyler's voice, both like singing and rapping, is better than it's ever been. Better than it's ever been. So fucking good. My only mild criticism of this album is when I was going into it and when I saw the like My Name is Clancy, I think that's the name of the YouTube video, which I'm going to watch before we go back into listen for a second time. I thought that this album could be a really strong concept album, which is like a narrative chronological story of him trying to escape from Trench. And it's not that. At least it's not that. Very obviously, but it's still got really strong parts of lore, and I love, you know, even something like having a fictional estuary called Paladin Straight, I think is beautiful world building that not many bands have to their credit, and I love that from 21 Pilots. That ending just floors you. It absolutely floors you.
I don't know for sure.
Oh my god, is that the
I'll
Straight?
start with what I do know.
Is this See the Straight that he's looking at?
I am an escapee. I am an exception.
Welcome back to
I
Trench.
am returning to Trench.
To liberate people?
I am Clancy.
I mean, it's the lore is really dense in places, and it feels like it makes perfect sense in some, and it makes no sense in others. I don't know what that little munchkin thing's supposed to be, and I don't know. I'd forgotten about the whole like having the ability to possess bodies now. I think I prefer this version to the album version. I think if this was on the album, it would have been better. This literally looks like they've done a school project. Look at the two of them. Isn't that just like when you've done a class project and you're waiting to show the teacher? When you've done a group project, it's like, oh, I hope we get a good grade, man. We've been working hard on this. Oh, they're good actors, man. I love them. I love them. That's a meme format. If I've seen it. Oh, it's a gun.
Intentions don't mean much.
Oh! That's a miss. Next.
Oh, he looks so devastated. Anyway, right, okay. We're gonna start this album again, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. I'll wait to the music videos. But I will say, you know, whatever happens in the music videos, I don't think that will affect how I view the concept of the album, because they're like extra media, and I think you need the concept to come through in the album, not just the media. I'm excited for the videos though. I think better than Trench. I think more consistent than Trench. And that ending, I gasped as well, bro. I was like, what? I want to see the movie, bro. It's such a fun record, I agree. I think every song has got amazing production and a lot of individual things to offer on it. And now is my second listen to my favorite track, my favorite new track on the album, I think. It's either this or Lavish, but it is Vignette, and Vignette sounded pretty fucking amazing, right? It's a tribute to zombies of which I become. Maybe a reference to the Bishop's ability of seizing. Yeah, this is concept heavy. I like this track. So there's dead people possessed by the bishops who are like patrolling outside of the walls. Okay, so fighting off the vignette is the idea that if you've got a photo with a vignette, it's like there's black kind of fade encroaching on the image. So I think it's the image of like the kind of blackness creeping towards you, which is the metaphor Tyler's using here.
Say enough,
this is such a pretty song. Maybe I don't mind it. This just seems like a straightforward love song. Like, this is super sweet. It's like a love song to his wife that I think is in the middle of a concept album. Or maybe it is for a love interest from Clancy's point of view, but I don't know, man. This track has the best rapping I think we've ever heard from Tyler, by the way.
Keep it cool, keep the mood androgynous. I see your problem is your proctologist got both hands on your shoulder while you're bottomless.
So I've just seen the genius annotation for this lyric and I've got to read it out. Keep it cool, keep the mood androgynous. I see your problem is your proctologist got both hands on your shoulder while you're bottomless. When Anthony Fantano reviews this album, he is 1,000,000,000% going to read this out in like kind of bemused voice. And the genius annotation is, I cannot for the life of me fathom what he could possibly mean by this. How is this a real lyric that made it on the album? Androgynous is like between genders, right? It's someone who's androgynous kind of has like, it's like David Bowie was androgynous. He had kind of like a feminine and a masculine appearance. A proctologist, hopefully I don't have to explain to you what that is. And then that's a pun on got both hands on your shoulders while you're bottomless. Oh my god, do you hear Matt Bellamy's singing style at the end of Bridge and Navigating? Maybe it's just me. Well, that's a beautiful message for you to send, Big Fur. I don't know if you see the Muse poster in the background, or maybe the Muse tattoo on my forearm. I actually do get bits of Muse in this album. You are bang on there. Fun fact as well, Matt Bellamy from Muse, his son is a big 21 Pilots fan, and there's a really funny viral video of Matt Bellamy dad dancing while Tyler Joseph walks past him. That's Matt Bellamy from Muse, that's Matt Bellamy from Muse, and that's Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots. Look at Matt, what are you doing, Matt? He's doing a dad dance. That's the reggae influence. Matt. Biggest rock star in the fucking world there. One of the greatest guitarists of all time. Just casually doing this next to Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots. He's loving it, man. He's loving it. He's the Phineas of 21 Pilots album. Vince. Oh yeah, Paul Meany is the Phineas. Yeah, I was looking at who's on production, and I did see Paul's name. I don't know him, but yeah. Shout out to him.
I'm gonna show you something really neato. New single by 21 Pilots, Backslide. This muted piano, we muted the strings with this blanket. It sounds like this. And you speed it up, which I did by 23 steps. Threw some effects on it, a little great. Just chop it up, stretchy. Pick the notes that I liked, and then it starts sounding like this. Then as I'm hearing it in the music,
this sounds like a complete mess to me. I don't know how he does this.
Finessed the melody, created some spaces.
How the hell would you do that? How would you make that out of what he just played? That's just musical genius right there. Yeah, you're the only person who understands who 21 Pilots are sonically. What a genius, man. How?
Let's go. Yes. All right, I'm gonna show you something.
How the fuck did he do that? How the fuck did he do that? Some people are just on a different wavelength. It's like they just hear things that other people don't. Like I listened to that first bit, I'm like, and he goes, I just pick the notes that I like. I mean, I'm like, you pick the notes that you like? What does that mean? Like, how do you do that from that noise of like, blah, blah, blah. And he just picks it out, and it's like this perfect progression that sounds like so beautiful, like something you'd hear a classical pianist perform. It's like, all respect, man, all respect. I'm gonna look at the lyrics because this is lore heavy. Paladin Straight is an ocean, a body of water in trench. Like a literal estuary that goes through, I imagine. When I hear Tyler's voice here, I just believe he's Clancy. Like, I believe he's Clancy. The emotion, the kind of slight pain and yearning in his voice. I think this is the best 21 Pilots song. It's 6 minutes 28 of pure brilliance conceptually and like musically. In the lore, FPE has been used, seems to stand as failed perimeter escape. The end of the Blurry Face saga, but what's the ending then? Does he actually fight Does he fight Nico? Does he win? Yeah, I'll watch the lore video playlist. Bro, my first time reaction to this closer was like so much like, I mean, I don't know, like I picture this song as like he's swimming out across the river, like trying to finally escape. But it's hard to kind of picture. It's like then at the end, on the ground of banditos fighting while I find Nico. This is what I want. This is what I wanted this whole album to be. I wish there was a few more moments like this, where it's like pure trench lore music story.
Hello, Clancy.
But what does it mean? What does it mean? I want to know what happens. I want to know what happens. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Tyler, the Creator's therapist voice in Goblin. But even creepier, even creepier. I feel like we're going to need to either, hey, is Clancy a double album? You know that the video that's playing on my YouTube right now is Billie Eilish's album a double album? Is this a double album? Is there Clancy Part 2? Is it going to be called Nico? Have we got Nico the album coming through? Anyway, it's nearly 2 a.m. so I just want to give my final thoughts. I think this is a fucking awesome album. I think it's better than Trench. I think the thing about Trench is it hits you around the face in the best way, which is what happened when I listened to it. But it does kind of, it loses a bit of steam. It loses a bit of steam after Chlorine. And then it picks up again with Nico and the Niners. But I think throughout, Clancy is like the magnum opus of 21 Pilots. Certainly in the top 3 of my albums of the year. And that's not going to change by the end of the year. And I just feel like from the moment this song came out, I was so excited for this album, and it hasn't disappointed me 1 ounce. Yes, I would love to have a bit more on the lore throughout the album, but it's just such a good album musically that I can't be disappointed by it. Welcome back to Trench. I think we might stay here a while. You see that in the background there, it was the Straight. I saw the text. This has been my reaction. Look at that Paladin Straight. It was there the whole time. It's there the whole time. Wow. This is how you announce a new album cycle.
Welcome back to Trench.